Hey guys, it's Penguins here, and today I'm going to be showing you some American Girl doll photo shoot tips and tricks that I have found over the past few years that I found really useful. And a lot of these are just basic photography tips, but some of them apply to American Girl dolls, and I'm going to tell you all about those. So yeah, let's get started. And just so you know, a lot of these pictures aren't mine. Most of them are, but there are a few ones in here that aren't. The beginning of this is all about lighting, and if you know anything about photography, you will know that lighting is very important, and if you continue to do photography, people will always tell you this, lighting can make a photo really great or it can make it really bad. And I have a few examples here, but just keep in mind that while you're taking pictures to look out for where the light is and how it shines in your doll's face, how it brings out all like the colors, if her hair looks really nice in the sun, how her face looks, and really the lighting in a picture really determines how it's going to turn out. In this one it's really bright and it just kind of washes the whole picture out. Her hair is too bright, there's no really dimension in it, and this one obviously is way too dark because you can't really see the doll. There's not really any landscape in the background or anything like that, so those are both pretty bad pictures. And it might be kind of hard to tell because of the way the camera is zoomed, but the light in this one just kind of draws attention away from the doll. It's in the corner on the left side and the doll's kind of in the center, and that just like brings all your attention over to the light and not really on the subject, which is the doll. And if you want your light to be that way, that's fine, but it just isn't very ideal. And this picture right there is pretty good. The light is shining in a way that emphasizes all of the features on the face and it just looks really good. And the other one doesn't really work so well. The next step is posing, and this one is not as important as some of the other ones, but it is still really important. And in this picture here, there's just not a very good pose. The background is too much, and in this one, there's not really any light. The pose is really good, but the lighting is pretty bad. And in these two, I found on the internet, and they were really good pictures. The posing in those looks really nice, and it just fits the picture really good. So when you're doing posing with dolls, just make sure it looks more like natural. I know that's hard to do with dolls, but just try to make them have like a natural position like in the two photos there. And yeah, it can be a little bit of trouble to get it to look natural, but if you do it from a certain angle and you position them a certain way, it can look really nice. Another really important thing when you're doing any kind of photography is your use of space. And this can mean like just the space that your doll is in. Is she in the center? Is she on the side? Is she on the top? Where are you taking the picture from? Some people like to take pictures like from an upward angle, looking down, and some people like to take pictures from like shooting up, so you see like the tallness of the doll and everything like that. And those are all really cool, then they can all turn out really well. But just know that when you're taking pictures, it's really important to keep in mind the surroundings and where your doll is positioned. There's also a thing in photography that's about like the 3 levels. I'm not sure, I forgot what the name for it was, but there's like when you're doing anything with landscape, you want to have a top layer showing, a middle layer, and a bottom layer. So like if you're doing the ocean, as in the picture I just showed, it would be the sky, the ocean, and sand at the bottom. And that picture does a really good example of that. But this one right here, it's a little more difficult to see because the grass and it's just pretty much all grass and it's kind of hard to see, like you can't see any sky, or you can see the ground in the middle layer, but the sky is not there and it just doesn't look as good as the picture before it. And that doesn't mean that you have to have sky in all of your landscape photos, but just having like those 3 different things in there, so it's not just plain grass in the background, something else to get your attention, get the viewer's attention. It looks really nice in pictures and it can bring out your doll more. When you're taking photos, I know a lot of the time people like to take the picture from the middle and have the subject in the center of the screen, and that can look really nice, like in some of these pictures. but you can also change it up a little bit, and you can put the doll to the side or like towards the bottom and have the landscape showing the rest of the way. And if you have a really nice background, this works really well, and it can actually look better than just having the subject in the center, so you can see a little bit more in the picture than just the doll. Alright guys, so that is all I have for you today. If you would like to see a second version of this, I have a ton of photography tips. I've taken a lot of photography classes and stuff, so if you would like to see a second version, just let me know, and I hope you enjoyed this and found it helpful.